Welcome, we have collected 5 of the most interesting events that took place on the 29th of April in history. On April 29, 998, John Crescentius was executed by order of Holy Roman Emperor Otto III for leading a rebellion against Pope Gregory V. In 997, he organized a rebellion against the newly elected Pope Gregory V, who was appointed by the Holy Roman Emperor. The rebellion was unsuccessful and Crescentius was eventually captured and executed. The execution of Crescentius became an important event in the power struggle between the papacy and the Holy Roman Empire. This demonstrated the emperor's determination to maintain control over the papacy and the church, and marked a victory for the pope in his ongoing struggle for independence from secular power. The execution of Crescentius remains a notable event in the long history of power struggles between the papacy and secular rulers. On April 29, 1429, during the Hundred Years' War, French troops led by Joan of Arc defeated the English in the Battle of Orleans. Joan of Arc was a young French peasant who claimed to have been sent by God to help the French defeat the English. She received the support of the French King Charles VII and was given command of the French army. The Battle of Orleans was one of the first battles she led and was a critical turning point in the war. Joan of Arc continued to lead French forces to victory in several other battles, but was eventually captured by the English and put on trial for heresy. She was found guilty and burned at the stake in 1431, but her heroism and bravery inspired the French and helped them win the war. April 29, 1624. King Louis XIII of France appointed Cardinal Jean Duplessis de Richelieu as his first minister. Richelieu became one of the most influential and powerful figures in French history, changing France both domestically and in its relations with other European states. Richelieu carried out a series of measures aimed at centralizing and strengthening the power of France. He worked to reduce the power of the nobility and strengthen the power of the king, creating a more centralized system of government. In foreign affairs, Richelieu pursued an aggressive policy aimed at expanding the influence of France and restraining the power of other European states. Overall, Richelieu's policies helped transform France into a powerful centralized state and laid the foundation for France's rise as a dominant European power in the 17th and 18th centuries. On April 29, 1770, British Captain James Cook and his crew aboard HMS Endeavour landed in Australia for the first time. After surveying the area and mapping the coastline, Cook and his team continued north along the east coast of Australia. They faced numerous challenges, including treacherous coral reefs and occasional hostile encounters with the local population. The discoveries made during Cook's expedition to Australia had a profound effect on the scientific community of the time. The many new species of plants and animals that were discovered helped to expand our understanding of the natural world, and accurate mapping of the coastline helped to expand our knowledge of the geography of the region. The voyage was a landmark achievement in the history of exploration and helped pave the way for future scientific expeditions to the Pacific Ocean. On April 29, 1897, British physicist John Thomson announced the discovery of the electron. Thomson experimented with cathode rays in vacuum tubes. He observed that the rays could be deflected by magnetic and electric fields, indicating that they were composed of charged particles. Thomson conducted several experiments to determine the properties of these particles, which he called corpuscles. He discovered that corpuscles have very little mass compared to atoms and that they are negatively charged. Thomson's research led to the development of the plum pudding model of the atom, which suggested that atoms are composed of positively charged matter with negatively charged electrons embedded within it. Thomson's discovery of the electron revolutionized the field of physics and helped lay the foundation for the development of modern electronics. Thanks for watching. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. If you want to thank the authors and finance the development of the channel, there are links to several possible options for this in the description. Goodbye.